Can we talk for a moment about how unbelievably stupid the American people are? I've been saying this for a very long time, that the American people, for the most part, the vast majority, are blithering idiots. Exceedingly stupid people who know very little about virtually anything. Let me show you something from the latest CBS News poll on the presidential race. Take a look at this. Voters in Michigan were asked who they choose on various issues. And I want to draw your attention to this number on inflation. The voters of Michigan who were asked in this poll chose Donald Trump nearly 2-1 over Kamala Harris as being better able to handle the issue of inflation. Now, Donald Trump has been promising he will make us in his word, a tariff nation. This is what he recently said. He wants to impose massive tariffs on goods coming into this country. So much so that he was asked a ridiculous question. Well, the question was fine, but his answer was ridiculous. From the New York Economic Club the other day, he was asked about childcare. And he went on this long, rambling response where he talked about imposing massive tariffs on goods from foreign countries, and we would literally raise trillions of dollars. We'd have so much money that we could pay for, I guess, free child care for everyone. That's sort of what it sounded like he was saying, but it was really incoherent gibberish. But he was going on and on and on about massive tariffs. Now, how can you think that a man who is promising massive tariffs is going to be better on the issue of inflation? Do the American people not know what inflation is, or do they not know what tariffs are and what tariffs do, or are they just so busy, consumed with the nonsense that they entertain themselves with on their phones, with their TikTok videos or whatever else, whatever other mindless garbage occupies their time, that they don't know that the man they think is better able to handle the issue of inflation has been out there promising to turn us into a tariff nation. But inflation is the increase in the price of goods and services, right? And what is a tariff? A tariff is a tax on imported goods. It increases the price of imported goods, which means it increases the price of goods that Americans are going to purchase, which means that by definition, tariffs increase inflation. And tariffs cause inflation is the more appropriate way to put that. Tariffs cause inflation on those goods that have the tariffs imposed on them, because these foreign countries aren't going to pay the tariff. The American people pay the tariff. That's what a tariff is. It's a tax on those goods coming into the country, which are passed on to the consumers in this country, who are going to be paying higher prices for goods that they are currently purchasing under Donald Trump and his tariff regime. The American people will be paying more for those goods. That is inflation. So the candidate that 62% of these Michigan voters who were polled, the candidate they picked to be better on the issue of inflation is promising inflation. And these blithering idiots think he's better on the issue of inflation. You know, when the founders of this country established it and our Constitution, they made very clear that self-governance in the style of our constitutional republic can only work with an educated population. Because if you have a bunch of morons voting and they don't know what they're voting on, they don't understand the issues they're voting on, they don't understand the positions of the candidates on those issues they don't know anything about, then what is the point of self-governance? Okay, you might as well just let a bunch of monkeys pull the lever. Because that's essentially what we have here. We have a bunch of blithering idiots who don't know a damn thing about the issues or about the candidate's position on the issues and what those positions would end up doing. And these are the people who are voting. What is the point of an uninformed vote? But that's what we have in this country. The vast majority of the American people, as I said, are blithering freaking idiots.